Hello, I am Aaron Warner, and today I'm here interviewing Marc Holleran from Fall from Grace. Hello, Marc.
Hello, charmed, I'm sure.
Truly. Can I ask why the band didn't join you in this interview tonight?
They clearly had more important things to do, judging by their lack of communication. Clearly, it's only an emergency. They wouldn't say anything for. But I'm sure I can deliver everything you need to do.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, can you tell me a little bit about the history of the band and how you guys came to form?
We formed about a year and a half ago when we were all in college. Me and our drummer Holleran we were in a band, college band, so it wasn't exactly doing much. And then our singer Michael Stephen Doyle approached Holleran about being a drummer for his new band. And I decided, just hearing about it, to grace them with my presence. I wouldn't, they clearly needed me, is what I'm saying. So, we had bass player issues. Visas.
Oh, I'm sure.
But now we've got Chris, and Chris is lovely. Although he does have to get his hair recurled before every show. If you can imagine 4 peas in a pod, but 1 pea is 10 times sweeter and better at music than all the rest, then that is how close we are.
That is a beautiful metaphor. So, can you tell me, is this your first band, or have you had any previous experience in the music or entertainment industry?
I believe I've told the producers we're not discussing my past today.
My most sincere apologies. Speaking of the producers, I've been told by them that you have recently, as a band, recorded your first song. So how was that experience in the studio, and how did the other members and yourself adapt to that environment?
Yes, we recorded my song Lottery Ticket. I essentially had written almost all of it by the time I brought it into the band, so it was really easy getting it recorded. It was everybody was essentially one take, a few minor adjustments here and there, but it was very quickly, very smooth. I had everything running like a well-oiled train. A very, very good experience, and we hope to be recording again in the near future.
So, when you say that you had everything running like a well-oiled train, kind of like Paul McCartney and the Beatles?
Absolutely.
That sounds fantastic. So, if that's how that worked in the studio, then can you tell me a little bit about how you write the songs? What's the writing process like?
My writing, I'd prefer to keep my writing process to myself, personal. But I'll let you in on how I wrote this song, because I actually didn't employ my main writing process at the time, at least. It was about 4 a.m. I won't lie. It was a late night. I was suffering from a bout of insomnia. I was just lying in bed watching TV, and I picked up my guitar because I just had a tune in my head, and I just started playing a few chords and humming the tune over it. And very quickly, it was like out of the blue mist, I began calling it. I just plucked words out of the air, and they just worked. And it was within 10 minutes. The verse and the chorus was essentially written. And then when I brought it into the band at rehearsal, I was actually showing them another song. It was a fantastic song, so good, a great song. Some might say the greatest, but I've decided not to release it. That's something for the vaults after I'm dead. A final release so everybody can get what they want. But anyway, so after I'd showed them that song, I was just working on a second verse to Lottery Ticket, and the band just joined in. They immediately there was they knew I'd struck gold. They'd struck gold with me.
They'd been blessed.
Exactly. My presence had shone upon them.
I see.
I don't know if I said presence or presence there, but we're going to roll with it. Either way, it was very pleasant for them.
Well, that's good.
But as we were rehearsing it for the first time, I had the second verse written on the spot, and from there the song was essentially done. I in the studio I added one extra track, once again written on the spot, because we thought the song was a bit empty. And there you go.
Pure musical genius.
I agree.
So before we end out this interview and close out on this evening, Can you tell me if you guys have any upcoming gigs and where people can, see these gigs?
Coming up, we've got a gig actually very soon, 4th of March, King Tut's Wawa Hut. We're playing there, 3 other bands. I'm sure they're very good bands. I can't tell you what music they play though.
Do you know the name of these bands?
One of them is what is the number 8 in it?
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sure they're all very fine musicians, but let's be real, we're all here to see us.
This is true. This is very true. So, before we fully end this, where can people find you guys?
You can find us at most social medias at fall.from.grace.official.
Fantastic. Well, that was a truly interesting interview, and I look forward to seeing you guys at your next show.
You're welcome.